Oh dear masculine, as the noises of humanity start up for the day and people carry on doing their normal boring chores and adulting, I can hear somewhere amongst the noise those little songs that we used to sing to each other and enjoy together. Like when your secret heart and you can no longer see. Just have a little faith in me. And all the times we enjoyed singing badly. On our own, with friends, with kids. Everywhere and anywhere. The music, well, it made a difference, but the funny thing is it wasn't the music itself. I watch as others try to open you up using music, thinking it's just about having enough noise going on that eventually something will click and they will see in you what you showed me. Though I know that isn't it, and so do you. The funny thing is that it's not something that could be explained to anyone who doesn't already understand. And I can hear the chorus of Let It Be Me and Thinking Out Loud and Dive. So many different songs as we are not by each other's side in the 3D right now. Though the funny thing is, even in this distance and this quiet separation, I feel you even more strongly right next to me, as if the lack of ability to see me in 3D and the lack of my enjoyment for bothering you every day has gone away, that you reach even more energetically just to see, am I still there? Do I still feel your thoughts and feelings? Might you call out into the ethers and get me to send you something that says, hey, buddy, yes, I am still here. Though Spirit tells me that right now, this is the best that I can do for you. Because you've got to learn to listen to you. And I do not regret a single thing that I have done or said, either in ego or impishness. I know that I do not need to know why all things are done or said, or how the cycles got started or will end. I only need to know what I know. I only need to release more and more needs and embrace more absurdities and not worry a darn thing about what you're doing. Which is very relieving, as I prayed for many, many nights to be in a place where I could release you to your adventures and not be sitting here either worried about my own heart or worried about yours. Especially as I know in moments like this, what I visioned and was told in the beginning is manifesting, and I know that it is, well, it's mostly a dark time. Though I also know that the light is coming in through the darkness. And I know that all the months of check-ins and intuitions and conversations and watching you go through your cycles with and without karmics between such levels of awareness and awakening and enlightenment that I got so excited and drops back into old business, ego, pride, arrogance. And of course, being on the defense to somebody as devious as me, apparently. But you showed me things about me and about you and about others. And once again, dear masculine, you have inspired me to be courageous in ways I've always wanted to be and never really have been. In the ways that only you can. And I think back to all the times that you told me in the past when I was doing the same, that you were envious, that it seemed so easy for me to at least act famous, whether or not I ever have been. And I was not brave enough then to tell you that it was because I was inspired by my love for you. It's such an energy, and it's so true that it feels so right in all of my being that even when nothing in the 3D is here to confirm to the rest of the world what I see, what I feel, what I know, what you know, what you have shown me through the synchronicities and your own feelings and your own actions, sometimes sillier and more obvious to everyone else but everyone but you, that there's no way that I could deny it, even if everyone else in the world told me it wasn't true. And even if it wasn't true, even if I'm crazy, then call me crazy because it feels right. And the energy of loving you and knowing you love me in return, whether or not you show it or ever put both feet in on this side of the fence, I still know that it's worth it to carry such a absurd fantasy. It's worth it to embrace the absurdities and to just send you prayers and to send the energy back, to embrace the absurdity of a telepathic connection. And when I feel you reaching, when I feel you sending me songs, when I feel that you are sad and feeling alone, more alone than you ever have, when I know that you're looking at all of the mounting bills and the financial lack from all the karma you've brought in to your current situation. And I know that you're trying to decide what to do when it feels like you've lost that one person who always seemed to magically appear for you in those moments when you felt most like giving up. I feel wonderful in sitting here and no longer fearing that if you do not hear me or see me reach out, that you will find my voice within you. And at some point you will learn that it is your voice. It is a reflection. I reflect you back to you, just as you reflect me back to me. Most of the time, anyways. There are times that sometimes we get off tune from each other, and we forget how to sing the wrong note song, and remember that dancing is just people moving around a whole lot. and songs are just stringing together gibberish until it feels good to us. And in those times, I have trust that Spirit will put us each in our corners so we can do the work we need to do. Just like now is my time to keep glowing up and poke fun at you a little bit while you go through the hell of it, just like you had me do. And I have faith this time that just like last, you will follow my lead, because how can you not? You always have. I think that that is what Spirit's been trying to show us, is why me and why you. Why does it work between us? Why is it different? Why does it matter? Why does it last? Why is it never destroyed, besides, even with the best attempts of those who have destroyed many connections before? Why does distance or time not matter? Why do we keep coming back to each other? And I think that really it comes down to what you first said about the picnic, about the sick night in the car, about watching me jump in and out of things, about being on stage and being at home ignoring each other lovingly. The reason it's you and the reason it's me is because you enjoy following my lead. You see so much warmth in the path that everyone else tells you you are not good enough for, or it is too risky, or you have other responsibilities that you must tend to. Yet when you are with me, I remind you, dear masculine, that life is whatever you want it to be, and that it's so much more fun with the absurdities, and you feel warm in that. And it's you because I love that you love that about me. How is that for an inconsistency? For how many years you told me that you love the way I love you. And now I can say I love the way you love me and understand it in a whole new way. And it's also why I can be here talking about sad things in a happy way, because I know that the absurdity of how it all works is that now that I've gotten to this place and you are sitting there feeling like the world's biggest jerk, that as much as it's no fun to feel that way, that it is actually helping you heal the pain. And that you will follow the cycles you always have, which I know I said to you and you probably took it bad. You probably thought that I meant that you would just follow cycles of egoism and getting in trouble, but while I was acknowledging those, I was more speaking to the fact that you have beautiful cycles where, yes, sometimes you get stuck. Sometimes you're a grump. Sometimes you can even be mean. Though you are also such an amazing being, because no matter how many times you get down, no matter how many times you get close to saying, fuck all of this, you pick yourself up. You wake up. You become a king, an emperor, a Hierophant. And you do profound things. And in such an adorable way, too, because you've yet to acknowledge that that is a power that you have in a unique way. Though I know that during this time where we walk two paths parallel to each other, approaching a fork ahead where we decide, are we going to walk this one together, or shall we go our separate ways for a time again, knowing that there will be another fork in the road ahead, and another after that, and another after that. And I know that you are learning many of the things that you taught to me in the beginning. And I don't know when or how the fork will come ahead, but I know that it will, and I know it will be grand, just like the last one, and the last one, and the one before that. And so, dear masculine, yes, I can hear you. Yes, I can feel you. Yes, I can feel all the old parts of me that want to just do all of the apologizing and start right over and say, oh, I know you've learned your lesson, you naughty masculine. Let's start again. Though I also know that there is something valuable, many valuable things for you to learn in these dark moments without your feminine, where the truth is revealed and the masks pull themselves away and you are forced to see yourself in all the wonder, glory, and horror, as well as those you've gotten most close to. And you see that who you've been hanging out with is who you've become, dear masculine. And I know that as you see that and you think about all of the good and bad voices in your head, from them and from me and from you and from your mothers and fathers and others, that amongst that you will find that little voice within that says, Look for the warmth. Follow the light. Look over there, she looks pretty darn happy. And it seems pretty genuine. Why don't we go that way and start again? And masculine, when that day comes, I know that you're going to avoid it because you have an adorable fear of rejection. Though I also know that you are one of the bravest masculines I've ever known, and I know that you will find a way to push your fingers into that phone and call or text or navigate your way to wherever I am. Whether on purpose or at Spirit's hand, where both of us meet unexpectedly again. And I will not reject you. Oh, I will sass you, and I will brat you, and I will make you smile before I give in. But dear masculine, I will not reject you. For you are mine, and I am yours completely. And nothing has destroyed that yet, and nothing can, and nothing will. Whether it be a day, a year, or 10. I will be enjoying the roads that I am walking until we come to our crossroads again. And whether you decide to be a grumpy masculine and say, I will tread my own path this way, or you say, hello, feminine, thank you for waiting but not. Thank you for leading and yet not forcing. Thank you for having faith. And I'll say, of course, dear masculine, I am your feminine. It's what I do.